Vince Carter, a lot of people got him in the Hall of Fame already. Mark Fidrich, the good old pitcher's with us. Good to see him back. And the fight doctor, Ferdy Pacheco, back in the building. And right now, Eric, you ran for many, many yards, as we all know, but you had this unique style. Did you know you were doing that as you did it? Because, you know, the forward lean, they teach all the kids.
Well, they taught you the forward lean, but I thought it always looked better run upright. You know, to kind of see where you're going, kind of like a deer when you jump over a fence.
Would you like, if they could say, you know, you're out there covered on Monday night, just a couple of carries now and then, would it feel good again to kind of get the pounding once more?
Are you kidding me? No way. I could not take those hits. Matter of fact, when I'm standing on the sidelines and I watch the guys get hit, I can't believe that I used to do that.
I think they're hitting even harder than when you played. No offense to the guys. You know what I mean? They're getting bigger and faster every year, right?
It's a lot of guys that are over 300 pounds. All the defensive linemen are 300 pounds pretty much, and the offensive linemen have to be 300 pounds.
All right, we'll keep having fun on Monday Night Football. Talk to the rest of you guys real soon. Right now, going to go over the rules of the first round. 1 point is awarded for every question answered correctly in the first round. Each panelist has 4 questions in front of them. If all 4 answer correctly, a bonus point is awarded. Therefore, 20 points can be had in round 1 play. It's only happened one time before, but a guy who might do it is Will Gibson. He's coming to the floor right now, 26, out of Columbus, Ohio, 2-time defending champion. So they're all gunning for you now.
Yeah.
And your opponent, I should mention his name, Douglas Doble. He's not fearful of you at all. I mean, he's ready to take you on at this point.
That's fine.
I was not making this up. Everybody else lists like advertising. Another guy that does this and does that. You don't even bother to list a job anymore. It's just ESPN game show, right?
For now.
Okay.
But
now. That's good money. What have you earned so far?
$225,000.
In really about 6 months of real time, right? Something like that.
Right.
What have you done with it significant?
Tithe. Not to my church, because I'm a Christian.
That's right. Your church got 10%?
Definitely. And invested.
Good.
Definitely.
And is it yielding some profits for you already, or did you invest in those internet stocks?
Never.
Okay,
Never.
Good. Something stable. Seemed like a stable guy.
Right.
You've changed your specialty. This time you've gone to Shaquille O'Neal.
Yeah.
What'd you have before? Deion Sanders?
Deion Sanders and Eddie George.
Okay. And so you never got the big money on those very often, so this time you go to Shaq and see if you can reap some more rewards. That's if you get to the question of great significance, because it's a brand new game, right?
Sure.
All right, let's go over the categories. Eric has What a Rush. He's talking about NFL running backs there. Vince has Calling All Stars. We're talking about the NBA and the WNBA. Mark with Baseball is for the Birds. He was one of those. We're talking about teams related to birds and the players who play on them. Ferdy has Big Bouts. Of course, he was in the corner for many of those. All right, you set to play?
Let's do it.
All right, your 2-minute drill begins now.
Ferdy Pacheco.
In 1971, Joe Frazier kept his heavyweight crown by beating which undefeated rival in the fight of the century?
Muhammad Ali.
Who knocked out Thomas Hearns in the 3rd round of their super-hyped 1985 title bout?
Marvin Hagler.
Right.
In 1987, which former heavyweight champion ended a 10-year layoff by beating Steve Zwiecki?
George Foreman.
True.
In May 2001, who beat William Joppy to win the WBA middleweight crown?
Fernando Vargas.
No, Trinidad. Move on.
Mark Fidrich.
During 2000 spring training, which Arizona Diamondback accidentally killed a passing bird with a pitch?
Randy Johnson.
Right.
In 1995, which Oriole hurler led the American League with 19 wins?
Scott Erickson.
Messina.
Which Cardinal skipper of the 1960s, 70s returned to manage the team in both 1980 and 1990?
Wally Herzog.
Chinese.
In 1983, which first baseman became the first Toronto Blue Jay to drive in 100 runs in a season?
George Bell.
Willie Upshaw. Move on.
Vince Carter.
Which 76ers Hall of Famer was the MVP of the 1977 NBA All-Star Game?
Julius Erving.
Right.
Which Los Angeles Sparks star was the MVP of the 2001 WNBA All-Star Game?
Lisa Leslie.
True.
In the 1996 NBA All-Star Game, every player grabbed at least 1 rebound except for which bald Phoenix Sun?
Charles Barkley.
True.
In 1989, who became the first man other than Larry Bird to win the NBA All-Star three-point shootout?
Dale Ellis.
Correct. Bonus.
Eric Dickerson.
In 1983, which LA Rams set an NFL rookie record with 18 rushing touchdowns?
Eric Dickerson.
That's right.
Starting with the 49ers, which running back had a 1,000-yard rushing season with three different teams in the 90s?
Ricky Waters.
Correct.
Name the Jacksonville Jaguar rookie who posted the team's first 1,000-yard rushing season in 1998.
Fred Taylor.
True.
Who led the Buccaneers in rushing for the first 3 years?
What was done? It was Eric Ray. You interrupted, but it didn't matter. Great round out of you. You got 11. Now we give you a bonus because you got all Vince's correct. The bonus point puts you at 12. Very solid start. in your defense of your championship. Come on up, Douglas. He's Douglas Doble. Got the home crowd on his side out of Brooklyn, and he is tall. And your nickname is Lurch. Is that what I'm thinking? Is it after Lurch?
Yeah.
Yeah. Your mom, in your embarrassing moment, ran into a huddle during a high school basketball game. What'd she tell you?
Yeah, she was just very proud of me because I hit the shot that brought the game into triple overtime, which we eventually won to end like a 13-game
That's
losing
not
streak or
embarrassing.
something.
Your mom was excited for you.
Oh, she was happy.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Do you call her Moms or Mom?
Mom.
Okay, just checking. You're especially Allen Iverson. That's in case you get the question of great significance. All right, let's go over the categories for you in round one. Willie put up 12 points. Eric has the NFL in Y2K, and of course, we're talking about the 2000 season. Vince has turn up the ACC. He played a little ball down there. Mark has you say RBIs, I say RBI. And personally, I say RBI. Any way you say it, we're talking about runs batted in. Ferdy has US or us against the world. We're talking about international golf competitions for both men and women, okay? Your 2-minute drill begins now.
Eric Dickerson.
Which Philadelphia Eagle led the NFL quarterbacks in rushing in 2000?
Donovan McNabb.
Right.
Who was the opening day Y2K starting quarterback for the Baltimore Ravens?
Tony Banks.
True.
Name the New Orleans Saint who led the NFL with 17 sacks in Y2K.
Leroy Glover.
That's right.
Which wideout led the Green Bay Packers with 999 yards receiving in 2000?
Antonio Freeman.
Bill Schrader, he's done.
Vince Carter.
Which former ACC big man was named MVP of the 1999 NBA Finals?
Tim Duncan.
Right.
Which UNC star center of the early 80s is known as Big Smooth?
Brad Doherty.
Sam Perkins.
Name the first-team All-American guard who led Duke to the 1986 NCAA tournament title game.
Tommy Amaker.
Johnny Dawkins.
Former Harlem Globetrotter, ex-Rehab, played the college basketball at what ACC school?
Maryland.
True, done.
Mark Fidrich.
In 1994, which Houston Astro first baseman drove in 116 runs in just 110 games?
Jeff Bagwell.
That's right.
Which Anaheim Angel had exactly 100 ribeyes in 2000, a major league record for leadoff hitters?
Darren Erstad.
That's right.
Which Cincinnati Red is the last player to lead the National League in ribeyes for 3 consecutive seasons?
Pass.
Foster.
Name the Red Sox who knocked in all 9 of his team's runs in 1996 game.
Pass.
Greenwell, done.
Freddie Pacheco.
Tom Kite and what other Tom captained a U.S. Ryder Cup team in the late 1990s?
Tom Watson.
Right.
In 1998, Santiago Luna beat Tiger Woods to help send what country to the finals of the Dunhill Cup?
Spain.
Bueno.
Named after the founder of Ping, what women's golf event pits the 2 best pro golfers from Europe against the United States?
Ping Classics.
Solheim. Good try. You used your skills there. Didn't get that one, but a very, very good round. 9 points. No bonuses for you, unfortunately. So you're down 3. Second round will be a little different, but you will be in the chair when we come back. And we will continue to see if Will Gibson goes down here as the 2-minute drill tournament goes on.
ESPN's 2-minute drill is brought to you by Green Dungarees and Busta, and by Original Drill Trivia Question.
Welcome back. We continue second round play of a first round tournament game. We'll do that real soon. Right now, we want to learn more about our very interesting panel. With us is Vince Carter, the great one from the NBA. Good to have him back on the show. Vince with the big new deal. You guys kind of loaded up there, right? I mean, not just you, but there's some others that jumped on board.
Yeah, we're trying to get better. Our goal is championship, and we know what we have to compete against with the Lakers winning, so getting Olajuwon really helps.
Way back when, you played some quarterback, but was this high school or junior high?
Both.
And were you any good? You had to be kind of
Until
good,
I broke
right?
my wrist, I had a chance to play quarterback on the varsity, but after that, I left it alone.
But what was your once you got broken up? You said, "Forget it. I'm just gonna go dunk on people."
I actually hurt myself playing basketball, and they said, "Hey, leave football alone and then continue to dunk on people."
And last one on you. You grew up in Daytona Beach, so where would you go for spring break?
Anywhere else? No, I'd stay there sometime.
Thanks for coming back. Good
My
luck.
pleasure.
Continued success. Mark Fidrich is with us. I'm not sure. I could be wrong, but I think he's the only one at the table here, Mark, that was on the cover of Rolling Stone. Have you got? None of you guys have been on that, right?
Sorry.
Was that kind of a thrill?
Yes, it was, and I didn't know that there was no other athlete ever been on the Rolling Stones until my friend Jimmy Amarello told me that, because he's a Rolling Stones person, and he says, you know, consider yourself very lucky.
Absolutely. Rolling Stone
Yes.
continues to be a very good magazine.
Yes.
Did they write favorably of you inside the magazine? I hope not just a nice picture.
Well, it kind of was okay, but they had one little thing in there that my mother didn't like.
Well, we'll never talk to that guy again, whoever he was. All right. Ferdy, have you ever been misquoted? Ferdy Pacheco.
Have I ever been misquoted? How often have I
Often,
been
I would say,
misquoted?
right? With Muhammad Ali. Now,
Well,
Muhammad, I mean, you know, you've done many other things. You got this incredible other individual career we'll try to get into here. But Muhammad by itself, that's kind of an okay life to have hung out with him all the years you did.
it was the most exciting to be with Ali in Africa and all over the world. And he remains the most important, I would say the most important man in my life.
Maybe one of the most important in American
In
sporting
many
life
people's
as well,
lives.
ever. Yeah.
Great guy.
You were there for the rise and the decline, like the Cooney fight, where he really didn't have the same skills, and Larry Holmes, to his credit, took it easy on him in that fight.
I had walked out on him because I had predicted and told him that this was going to happen to him. Of course, I was blocked by everybody who wanted to keep making money, and Ali is the same thing that makes these guys champions. They just want to win. They just don't think it's over. Well, when I left, everybody took a shot at giving him anything. He got in there so damaged that he could barely walk up the ring stairs, and he couldn't run a mile, and he couldn't box 4 rounds. I mean, it was criminal what they did to poor Ali. It was a singular tragedy that Ali couldn't see it himself.
Hopefully, you'll remember the better years more than what happened
These
in
years
decline.
are good years for him. These years, oddly enough, he proved what a champion is. When you have a disabling disease, when you can't walk across the street without help, when you can't talk, and you still go on, you still travel the world, you still share yourself with the nation, that's championship.
All right, Ferdy, right now let's go over the rules in the second round. Without rules, cockfighting would be legal in every state in the Union. In the second round, it's eerily similar to the first round in that every question answered correctly is worth 1 point. However, this time the questions will be coming from all over the place. The contestants will not get to ask for those questions. They'll just come and the contestant will answer them hopefully correctly. At the end of this, $5,000 will be awarded, a chance to make that $10,000, but only if the question of great significance is answered correctly. All right, under the Warsaw Pact, Douglas, you stand first. Ready?
Yep.
Your 2-minute drill begins now.
After winning the title the year before, what NBA team had only 13 wins in the lockout-shortened 1998-99 season?
Chicago Bulls.
True.
Which future Olympic champion did Al Joyner marry in 1987?
Jackie Joyner.
No, Florence Griffith.
In 2001, what team led the AL West by a record-setting 19 games at the All-Star break?
Seattle Mariners.
True.
What NFL team's cheerleaders had a TV movie made about them in the late 70s?
Dallas Cowboys.
True.
How old must a horse be to compete in harness racing's pacing Triple Crown?
3.
Right.
Name the forward who led the Boston Celtics in rebounding in each of the last 5 seasons.
Antoine Walker.
Which Minnesota Vikings wideout had over 100 career touchdown passes?
Chris Carter.
Yep.
How is Tinker Evers' chance double play denoted in the numbers on a major league scoreboard? Scorecard.
4-6-3.
6-4-3.
Which Warriors forward averaged over 25 points per game for 5 straight seasons starting in 1988 and 89?
Chris Mullin.
Right.
Name the Chicago Cubs' third baseman who won 5 straight Golden Gloves in the 1960s.
Pass.
Ron Santo.
Which male Russian tennis star won 7 pro tournaments in 2000, including the Grand Slam event?
Yevgeny Kafelnikov.
Which New York Giants offensive coordinator became head coach of the team in 1991 season?
Ray Handley.
Right.
Name the Detroit Red Wing who won the 2001 Norris Trophy as the NHL's best defenseman.
Nicholas Lindstrom.
True.
In 1980, Brian Sipe led the AFC in passing as a member of what team?
Cleveland Browns.
Who was the last NBA player to win back-to-back Defensive Player of the Year awards?
Dikembe Mutombo.
No, Morning.
Which Pirate shortstop batted .385 to lead the National League in 1935?
Honus Wagner.
No, Archie Vaughn. How did you not get Archie Vaughn? All right, you took the lead. It's a narrow lead, though. 19-12. You guys swap places. Will Gibson coming to the floor yet again. And you lead, or rather, you trail by 7 And I think Douglas tried to give you kind of an elbow
I
coming
know,
by
you saw
right
that, right?
You need at least 7 to tie. 8 would win. Okay, ready to go?
Let's go.
Your 2-minute drill begins now.
What team chose Michael Vick with the first overall pick in the 2001 NFL Draft?
Atlanta Falcons.
Right.
Which Lakers guard is named after an expensive kind of Japanese beef?
Kobe Bryant.
Right.
Name the often injured A's outfielder who led the American League in home runs in 1988 and 91.
Jose Canseco.
True.
The Golden Boot Award is given to the World Cup soccer player who leads the tournament in what?
Goals.
Uh-huh.
After elbow surgery in 1998, which Atlanta Braves starting pitcher began throwing the knuckleball?
John Smoltz.
Right.
What teams did the New Jersey Devils defeat in 2000 Stanley Cup Finals?
Pass.
Dallas.
Of the original 1992 Dream Team, who was the only player representing the Portland Trailblazers?
Clyde Drexler.
Uh-huh.
For an NFL kickoff with no prior penalty yards, the kicking team spots the ball on what yard line?
Pass.
30.
Which Timberwolves forward was born in Spain, where his father Walt played pro ball in Real Madrid?
Wally Zerbiak.
True.
Which Twins Hall of Famer slugger hit just 199 as a Royal in 1975, his final year in the majors?
Harmon Killebrew.
True.
What kind of barnyard animal is the place-kicking phenom for the 1976 Disney movie Gus?
Donkey.
Close enough. Go.
Which three-time world pocket billiard champion is known as The Miz?
Even Mattia.
Mizarek.
Which Hall of Fame Pistons and Knicks forward went on to become commissioner of the ABA?
Mike Storm.
Dave DeBuscher.
Which Texas Rangers righty had 221 strikeouts in 1990, a close second in the AL to teammate Nolan Ryan?
Bobby Witt.
Correct.
Which Polynesian heavyweight lost a 12-round decision to champion Lennox Lewis in November of 2000?
David Tua.
Correct.
Which Pro Bowler retired after 1993 season as a Patriot? Only player with 100
Won't
career
have time
sacks.
to get to that. You didn't need it. Andre Tippett, your man. Congratulations, Will Gibson. Moving along yet again. Another $5,000 to add to the mound of cash you've won from us. Just so you know, Harmon Killebrew was what put him over the top. You said donkey, mule, who knows? They're kind of closely related.
Sure.
We've got to say goodbye to you, Douglas, but we have some meat. And I hope you enjoy that. Will, congratulations. Another $5,000. See if you can make that $10,000 when we come back. We'll ask him an interesting question about Shaq right after this.
Time for the Lee Dungarees 2-minute drill trivia question.
Car Pros Kia Tacoma is already the #1 Kia dealer on the entire West Coast. How do we do it? We just sell our cars for less. You'll never find that second sticker.
Here's the answer to tonight's Lee Dungarees 2-minute drill trivia question.
All right, during the break, we discussed it. Will's been interviewed so many times in the show, kind of got tired of it, so I said I'd sit here. Will, go ahead.
The 3 seasons of the 2-minute drill, who would you say is your favorite contestant of all time?
Oh, it's you, definitely.
Really? Is that right? Why?
Well, you win. I like winners. I mean, I like losers, too. We had one guy who scored like 3 points or something. I kind of felt sorry for him. Problem is, we don't have really any secondary prizes,
Right.
so we just, last guy here got meat, you know? So, I mean, I make up something.
Okay. And my question is?
Are you what?
My question?
Your question has to do with Shaq. I cannot divulge exactly the precise question, but
Okay,
you're going to hear about it real soon.
Don't give me the question, just give me the answer.
Okay.
And we'll be fine.
No, I can't do that.
Okay.
We run things up and up here. Let's come back and I'll ask you a good question.
We'll do that.
Time for the original Coors 2-minute drill trivia question.
Tony Kornheiser, Michael Wilbon.
We're fat, we're bald, we're old, we're white, and one of us is blind.
Pardon the interruption. 5:30 p.m. Eastern, weekdays on ESPN, and again at 7 on ESPN2.
It's not pretty.
College football fans get the newest BCS rankings every Monday on an expanded 90-minute Sports Center. Tune to Sports Center for all the latest college football news. Sports Center at 6, followed by Monday Night Countdown at 7:30, Monday on ESPN.
Here's the answer to tonight's original Coors 2-minute drill trivia question. ESPN's 2-minute drill is brought to you by Original Coors. Nothing beats an original. And by Saturn. Now with 2 distinctively different car lines, the L Series and S Series.
We're going to do something we've done many, many times before. Previously, Will Gibson didn't do so swell in this section, but we'll see what he does this time. The question of great significance. Here we go. We'll change it to Shaq, all right?
Yes.
Willy, 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 it says.
Kenny.
Twice you've risen above all others to be the grand champion, but your percentage in this section here, not so hot, just 1 of 9, 11%. See how to do with the new guy, Shaq. Turns out he has 1 triple-double in his entire NBA career, just 1. For another $5 grand, tell me the following. What team was Shaq playing against for his only triple-double? In what 3 statistical categories did Shaq reach double digits? And then just go ahead and give us the totals in those categories. No, you know what? Just give us one of the totals. I made it easier on you, just like that. You can also have the meat.
Can you just repeat what you won again, please?
I don't know what I'm talking about. He had a triple-double one time. Who did he do it against?
The New Jersey Nets?
Of course. And then I want the categories that he got the triple-double in. And then name 1 figure of those 3.
Points, blocks, and rebounds?
You're right. Now give me either the points, the rebounds, or the blocks, a number. You can pick whatever one you want.
15 blocks.
15 blocks. How many assists? You've won $10,000. He said the New Jersey Nets already at the top. Congratulations. Will Gibson gets richer. We'll see you in the second round. Great job. Thanks, you guys. Best panel we've ever had. And we will continue. The tournament goes on, as does Will Gibson. See you next time on the 2-Minute Drill.
Original episodes of the 2-Minute Drill can be seen Tuesday, Wednesday, and Thursday late nights at 12:30 a.m., 11:30 p.m. Central Time on ESPN.
Hi, I'm Brandy Roderick, and you can watch me on ESPN's 2-Minute Drill.
Two-Minute Drill has been a presentation of ESPN, the worldwide leader in sports. For more, log on to ESPN.com.